Jeanette Dupuis. Does anyone care I take your stuff? Oh, hey, look, it's haunted.
Well, that just lit itself. Good sign.
Not the first haunted house you've been in Dragon Age.
No.
Whatever rests here has taken an interest in our presence.
Stinky.
From the looks of their clothes, I'd say these men were looters.
So, trespassing ends well here.
Well, looting. Sure doesn't.
In your home state, I think they call this shopping.
What? This isn't Baltimore. There's a movie called Beetlejuice, and in it, the mom is like a super, crazy lady, I guess you'd call it.
There must be something here.
She, wanted this haunted house so she could renovate it. Because he forced her to leave New York for his own reasons. And she says something on the lines of, if you do not get me this house and let me do what I want to it, I swear to God, I'm going to fucking go crazy and kill us both. He's like, we'll take it. Get the fuck out the light! Hello? Where'd you come from? Hey, buddy. Surprise! Hey, where'd you come from, buddy? As the monsters are responding quickly, I hate it. It's a Dargon! But that was expensive. The dragon's fake? Sad.
Of course it is. It's been hardly any amount of years before the High Dragons even came back. They were gone. Now they're here again.
But then again, there was a lady who was upset over missing one fucking ring. Whoever designed this place is a terrible fucking designer. There's like all but one route to get to any specific room.
And I feel bad for whoever sleeps on the right side of the bed.
Because they don't have the fire?
I meant from your perspective
Oh, okay,
at the time.
because they sit next to the fire?
Yeah, that one's gonna be super overheating.
Excuse you.
He says you're excused.
Can you die, please?
You know, that is a better place fireplace.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice and centered.
Mm-hmm. And further away.
Yes. Less radiant of fire. Better to heat the room. What kind of architecture they're going for here. Very reminiscent of some Roman architecture.
Choice of reading
These
material.
places probably wouldn't be very well insulated to begin with.
Contain it.
Kind of the opposite
attempts
of what you
never
want in the
end well.
Mediterranean.
I just like how my thingy doesn't give me audio. They're definitely increasing in number. I am not okay with this.
It's fine, they're level 15.
Where are you all coming from?
You're basically just solving a big mystery right now.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, the further you get into the quest, the more undead there will be.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. They're fucking around with magic, and it backfired. Oh, I see. It's leading me. Okay, so the next place I have to go. Okay, I get it now. Now I gotta go back to the ballroom and touch the lion head. Am I climbing the Dargon? That looks like it wants me to climb the Dargon. Key to the balcony, do not use. Ten cutting! Oh no!
We're not alone.
Demon!
This constant, like,
Here,
interact
let me
with
try.
this unlocks that. Camera pan to thing you just unlocked is giving me old Harry Potter game vibes. That's how so many of the areas work, at least on PC. The PC versions of the games were very puzzle based. The console ones were just
Ron, I wonder where this key goes. Looks at the fucking door it goes to. Level 19.
yeah.
That would be terrifying.
It's just scaled up with it.
Yeah.
Goes flying like in Skyrim across the map.
You mean Skyrim space program?
Ah,
Like that.
but more ragdolling.
And death music.
Ah.
Spin the wind.
Bring them down, bring them down.
Did I hurt your toesies? Giant toe.
It's level 20.
That's my level.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. Oh, what's that? Oh, you bitch. A lot of fucking landmarks in this area, Jesus.
Yeah.
Gee, what the fuck?
And a lot of giants and bronzes.
What is this, a fucking DPS check?
You're in optional, like, endgame areas. This is, like, exclusively here for gameplay. You're gonna find XP, you're gonna find rewards, and you're gonna find activities. Not so much anything else. After all, the next one has 3 dragons in it. One of them is the hardest dragon in the base game.
I saw it that time.
Dalish. They've been murdered.
Looks like
Yeah,
they
but-
tried to fight back, but most were unarmed. Poor buggers. Never stood a chance.
There should be Inquisition soldiers here.
Is this canon? This event. Anders blowing up the circle.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's a minor note, but Sebastian's stupid Starkhaven,
Mm-hmm.
that's where the second Blight ended.
Yeah.
It was the final battle
Okay.
location.
That's why it's such a bastion. I forget. How do I tell if I've completed a stream or not?
Keep track of it. That's what you do.
Any who serve Corypheus willingly deserve no mercy. Let us thin their ranks.
Run, bitches! Run.
Quite a view to have.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. I'm the reason these people exist. What's wrong with Corypheus anyway? Just because he had a hand in the creation of Darkspawn? Only reason that could happen is because of you.
He split the fade.
Yeah. You're the reason there's Darkspawn. I don't know what you're
you're-
so uppity about.
You're the one that put gods in the other dimension. Behemoth. I have a question. What do like Darkspawn think of Red Templars?
They don't think.
Okay, I mean they have a little bit of thought.
No, they're not
Corypheus's
sentient.
men had part of a seal. Do they even
They're
know
Very
what
specific
notice?
ones are,
Whatever
like the
it is,
architects
it wasn't worth killing
and
those elves.
Corypheus.
I mean, so otherwise would they not use weapons and armor? Craft weapons and armor?
They can pillage things all they want, but they're not sentient. They don't have thought.
Okay. What would a Archfiend think of Red Templars?
Theoretically, there's a
The Emerald
chance
Knights.
that it could just
They once
control
patrolled
them.
the borders of the Dales,
'Cause it's blight.
protecting the elven people. The Dalish saw them as romantic heroes. The Chantry called them ruthless butchers. I suspect both sides have some element of truth.
You look fake. I remember one time there was like a fake door. I was like slamming on it for like a minute. You're like, I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like it would work. And then one more hit. I would have missed it if I had not hit one last time. Does me doing all these side missions do anything for like the end story? Like, huh? Because this was done, we can do this now.
No.
Okay, didn't think so.
Only thing that affects like main story out of like everything that you have left is anything that companions have asked you to do. Like Cole's spirit binding thing. That would technically have an effect. But other than that, yeah, no. You can do this stuff, you can do the first two DLCs, and there's really no interaction with the end of the base game. It's kind of its own thing. The only thing that stands out is the final DLC, because that is like, once you start, you don't go back.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really just story bait for the next game. I simultaneously hate when games set up the next game in DLC.
Yeah.
But I also hate when they set up the next game at the end of the base game. Because it's like, give me a complete ending. What if this is my first and only game in this series?
Yeah.
Give me a complete ending. Like, I want a full game. There doesn't need to be something setting up what happens next. It can still happen.
Or,
It's still gonna happen.
or worse yet, they set up something for the next game and just don't do it.
Or they just don't do a game.
Yeah. For example, at the end of the movie Jumanji in the original, it pans to the board game and it's doing the drums because like the drums is a signal that it wants you to play it. And in the next Jumanji movies, the board game does not make an appearance because it transformed into like a video game. What's unfortunate is that it's such a trope now, people come to expect it. So when they go to the movie, they stay for the end credits, be like, okay, what are you guys gonna tease now? You know?
Yeah.
It's expected at this point. It's infuriating.
I mean, I specifically told you you're gonna want to see the post credits on this game too. Is relevant for the next game. what comes after the credits here.
Yeah.
As well as answering questions in a way that you have had. Weird thing to put after the credits. People know credits? Okay, done. Escape, 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 escape. And oh, it doesn't, okay, end task. Like, don't put story critical information, number 1, in a DLC. Number 2, don't put it after the credits. Nobody watches the credits. Nobody likes credits. Make the credits the end. What's the point? They're end credits. Not the end, and then there's some more credits.
There are credits where it's like, movie ends, and then it shows like a small scene at the end of the movie, and then goes to credits, and then in the middle of the credits it stops, does another scene, credits continue, and then another end and another credit or another scene at the end of those credits. Infuriating. At the end of the Deadpool movie, there is an end credit scene where it's just literally Deadpool like, why are you still here? You saw the end credits. That means leave. Go home. There's nothing to see here. No teaser for like the next movie, no nothing. It ends right there. And the end credit is to make fun of people who stay to the end credits.
By the same studio that keeps putting things after the end credits.
Yes.
Why? Where's the awareness?
I just had stuff pop in mid-combat. That was cool.
I saw someone talking about the next Dragon Age.
Mm-hmm.
He said, one person was like, "Oh, I hope it's like this older game. I hope it's like this older game." And then this other guy shows up. He says, "Well, it's probably not going to be anything like Origins because turn-based games aren't all that anymore." Do you care to figure out what's wrong with that?
Final Fantasy.
No. It's even worse.
Well, this game isn't that game wasn't turn-based.
Exactly. If you couldn't already tell his intelligence by the way he was using slang,
That should help strengthen the
you can very much tell by the fact that he called Origins a turn-based strategy game.
What do you mean I can scroll in and take control and play it?
It's literally real-time pausable. Which this one is too. Really, the only difference is that in this one, you have to actually hold a button to attack, and in the other one, it just does it automatically,
Yeah.
and you just focus on abilities. You also, I think, have more abilities in Origins. You don't have as limited of a bar.
Yeah.
Also, LOL at Soulless. Strengthen the veil. You would know.
It wouldn't need strengthening if it weren't for, you know, soulless.
Well, yeah, because it wouldn't exist.
I do appreciate that so much, this right here.
What?
I say I appreciate it so much that rogues, even though they're invisible, are still hittable.
Ah.
I hate it so much when you can't. It's just so falsely limiting. Don't make it do. He hissed at me in death. What the fuck? We did it again. That's a big interactable. Hello? What? Huh? Okay. That was weird. Is that not weird?
That was weird.
I blame Ethel.
What'd she do?
Soulless.
I still can't believe all the choices you made
Yeah.
regarding her.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. Does it make you happy?
You made like every bad choice.
Yeah, you like it?
You gave her her god baby. You basically did something that was verbally expressed would make Morgan subject to her will. Oh. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Oh, I'm extremely proud of myself.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna accept responsibility, whatever happens to Morgan now? Now that she has like 2 things that Flemeth really wanted?
The work of gods is always strange to those who do not understand.
Fuck are you talking about? These are your choices.
I am a god. Do my choices hurt your soul?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, I made my choices coming into this game and going through the game, not really knowing anything about the Dreadwolf too much. Just Flemeth.
Uh-huh.
And so I made a lot of the choices that I could just to spite her, regardless of what else it affected.
And
You've
how-
done the exact opposite. Like, you've done just the complete exact opposite. Of
I
what
must do
did.
the will of Janeway. Janeway commands it.
I'm sure I just saw that wrong. Like, it was just the staff. But just the way the staff was positioned with Solus looked like his fucking neck was stretched out. Like a giraffe. I was like, what the fuck?
Just that was just his head at the end of the.
Yeah, like, it just looked so weird.
Like some glitch out of fucking whatchamacallit, oh, what's it called? Mass Effect Andromeda?
I still can't believe I own the Legendary Edition of Mass Effect. I don't know where the fuck I got that from. It's just in my account.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna play it. And you know, here's why I'm not gonna play it. Because of Mass Effect 1. I just cannot stand that vehicle segment.
Really?
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
Yeah, I just it's so funny because that's one of my favorite parts. I love driving around in vehicles.
I hated it.
I loved it.
It just reminded me, because it's what it was, of some stupid forced vehicle segment that's just detached from the rest of the gameplay, where you have to get past this thing that has nothing to do with the core gameplay loop to continue the story.
This is it. I wonder what the elves left here.
I really like Mass Effect 2 and 3. They don't have that stuff.
I hated the little like probe Uranus.
I liked the probing. It reminded me a lot of playing Star Control.
Mm. Your mom's a good Xerxa. Your mom smells like an Urquan.
Yeah?
Yeah. Your dad smells like Cyrene.
You remember a surprising amount of these names, considering how you forget things in this playthrough, like over and over and over again. Like you'll forget by the next day I'll have to retell a story of something that you just did the day before, and yet you remember some names that I told you about Star Control from like a year ago, one conversation that we had. What? What kind of weird selective memory is that?
The best kind. Why have you done this to us?
Close. More like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
That's so hyper specific. But you don't remember things about things you're actively doing. You haven't even played Star Control.
No, I haven't.
might never play Star Control.
I might. So much root. It's all gonna be trash.
You mean money?
This is literally just here to fuck with you. That's great. We made a pit of doom just for you. Ha ha ha. It's not even gonna hurt you a lot. Just annoy you. Is that the name of Fenrir?
Who?
Fenris, sorry. Solus? Fenris?
Fenris is Dragon Age 2, buddy.
Oh, so... Wait. What? Oh god, oh, sorry. Listen. Wolf name, okay? The Dreadwolf.
Oh,
Fucking
God.
Christ. Dreadwolf.
Never.
That's an elf name. That's just a regular elf name. And he's saying, may the Dreadwolf guide you. Make her guide you. What? They're the same person.
That's just my joke. But at least humans are somewhat supposed to exist. They have a spot in the Fade reserved especially for them. As do elves. And then dwarves don't. And of course Solus knows this, which is why when he was talking to the dwarf of the party, he's basically like, what's it like to be something that shouldn't exist? How does that feel? I imagine it must be terrible.
I mean, the Qn have a word for it, and they're like, oh, I'm not supposed to exist. I'm gonna commit suicide now.
It's an account of the Red Crossing. When the elves attacked that town, it prompted the exalted march of the Dales.
We should give this to the Dalish. They have a claim to it.
Hey.
The elves don't come across in the best light here. Maybe we should let them stick with their old stories.
I imagine the Chantry would be interested in it as well.
Oh, hey, look. Think I can take it?
Yeah. I'm confident you can.
I'm not.
Dragon.
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 Oh, level 17.
Yeah.
Fire vulnerability.
I told you
Cold resistance.
this one would be easier than the last one you did.
Mm.